Hello watch fans, Birth Year Watches here, and this time for you we have a chronometer from TAG Heuer. This serial number matches the one on the watch, so we know that that is the right movement for it. We have the old card, WT5150, that is the model number, sold 2016. Now that is a problem. Let me explain why. You also have the guarantee booklet where you put the card and those bits. You have the outer box here, and we have the inner box. The cushion, this part here, the foam, is not the right part. That's missing, but obviously it works, it does the job. And then we have the watch. So when I've got it nailed on that this is a WT5150 and we've got a warranty card, what's wrong with that? I hear you ask in your thousands. Well, this model was launched in 1999, replacing the Sports Elegance or SEL range, and it was in the catalogues for a couple of years. It was expensive. This was a really expensive watch. If you take into account this was 80% more than the standard steel one, and I'll explain why. You could get the standard steel chronometer, or you could spend 80% more and go for this one, which has gold capped on the links. All those links are gold capped. The bezel is solid gold, and all your markers and our hands, they're gold too. That's why it's so much more money. This was more expensive than a complicated watch like an Omega Speedmaster. So TAG Heuer were pushing the boundaries with their pricing. They probably didn't sell well. So after it's not in the catalogues after 2001, why is it not sold for another 15 years? Well, it could be that it was put in a cupboard and forgotten about. This happens. It's surprising, but it does happen. It could be that it never sold because it was too expensive. It could be that it was just left to one side and sold as new old stock after 15 years. We've had some watches this week that are new old stock after over 50 years. So again, that could happen. Condition wise, it's all pretty good. There is one mark on the dial just near the, sorry, not on the dial, on the glass. It's a sapphire crystal, but although they tell you it's scratch resistant, it's nothing is scratch proof, and there is a scratch on there. 60 click bezel, one direction. Even though this is a more dressy version, it was still water resistant to be able to use as a diver's watch. Not that anybody ever has. So you've got the serial numbers and the model numbers on the back that match the papers. It's the full size 42mm case, which is, if you measure it here, it's not quite 42, it's about 41.3 or something. You measure it there, it's 45. So TAG Heuer have always been a bit laissez-faire with their case sizes. Tiny, tiny marks on the edge of the case. It's the ETA movement, badged as their caliber 11, caliber 7, I believe. But it's a high-end movement used in Breitling and quite a few other brands at a premium price range, and of course quite easy to get serviced without it having to go back to TAG Heuer. You don't see this model very often. I looked on Chrono24 today and there wasn't one. There wasn't a single one. Earlier TAG Heuer models, when you've got gold plated bracelets, they are only 10 microns and they always show wear. The bezels were 10 microns, they always show wear. Not here. That's solid gold, and this is gold capped. Gold capped is much thicker. It's probably more equivalent to 80 to 120 microns rather than 10. So it would take years and years and years of abuse before they would ever show through. And you can, as the name suggests, it's a link, you can replace these. They all come apart. That part is separate to this part, and it's held together with a pin through here and a collet. It's quite a complex bracelet. but yet still comfortable and flexible. And I do quite like that crisp white dial. So it's a bit longer than usual because this watch has had a bit of a story behind it, but hopefully I have not bored you too much. And if you want to see more on this, click the link in the pinned comment and head to berthierwatches.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.